So with coming back into our next session of our playtest for Lost Mine of Phandlever. So as a reminder of a little bit of what happened that got us to the point we're at now, you all started as you knew a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker, and he asked you to deliver a wagon load of provisions to the city of Neverwinter. Or from the city of Neverwinter to the settlement of Phandalin, which was a couple days' travel southeast of the city. While he was there, while you were speaking to him, he said that he'd found something big, and he's going to pay you 10 gold pieces for escorting to a place called Barthen's Provisions, which is a trading post in Phandalin. He set along ahead of you, and he had a warrior escort of his own named Sildar Hallwinter. Said he was getting there early to take care of business. You followed a few days after, following this wagon load of provisions, where you encountered 2 dead horses, which you identified as the horses that belonged to Gundren, and a saddlebag that had been emptied. You continued on to the town of Phandalin, made your one-night stop there in the tavern, and then headed back out the next day, back to the scene of the incident, followed a trail through the forest where you came upon a cave. You entered the cave, where you found goblins had taken over this little section of the cave, and after getting flooded and washed out several times, you fought your way to what appeared to be the leader of this, a bugbear with a very vicious wolf. Having almost been knocked unconscious and knocked down, you hit the enemies to the point where the hobgoblin decided that it would be better for him to GTFO. So he has just taken off at a dead sprint out of the cave. And that is where we are going to pick up here in our adventure. So let me pull our map here a little closer. This is where we are. I actually pulled us out of combat order because our bugbear has taken off. With that, today we do not have our friend Tay with us. So we are going to go ahead and take care of that right now. So we will pick back up here in the game with the bugbear sliding down the rock area below Milo there and running out of the cave. What do you guys want to do?
He's going that way.
Okay, Mael runs up.
Milo. Who is Mael? Wait, who's Mael?
Male. Right?
There's a person? Oh, that. It's been a while since we played. I didn't even know who that was. Yes, Mael.
He says, "I will chase him," and goes sprinting down.
Okay.
Yes, that's just as much as leaping up into the air when you can't fly. Go after him.
Should we follow? Radgar is breathing, but not well.
I go up and I start poking him. I've already stabilized him, but I'm just poking him.
Okay.
Maybe we should look around and see if there's anything of value here.
All right.
Any points?
So you don't need to roll for this part. The things that are obvious here is you see that there are sacks and crates that are piled up on the south end of this cave. To the west, you see where that narrow opening descends into the darkness, and then there's that larger opening, the natural stone steps that you came through, where the water comes in from the north. There's a small
stuff. Do we find any healing potions?
Would you let me talk? In the middle of the cavern, you see there's this large fire smoldering in the center. The supplies you see, everybody go ahead and give me a, let's do a history check.
And when you stabilize me, do I have any hit points? I was still at 0 when we came in here.
Yeah, you're unconscious, actually.
Yeah.
You
If
just
you're
don't have to make death
stabilized,
saves.
Correct. No death saves.
Baldwin got a 4 on the history check.
Actually, Aaron, just to double check us as well, does he have to roll like a d4 for like how many hours he stays unconscious before waking up? Because I don't have any healing I can do right now. Because I used my healer's feature on him already last session. I have no spell slots, so I don't know how people I forget how people naturally wake up.
Yeah, it's
from
been a
death
while
saves.
since you actually have to do that in D&D.
Or at least our campaign, yeah.
How about, can you look that up while I go through the rest?
Yeah. I'm gonna roll my history check right now.
Okay.
Milo rolls a 12.
All right. Fenric got a 15. Okay, yeah. Fenric, you just actually, are you unconscious? No, Fenric is still up. Fenric, you you're down there looking at the supplies and stuff on the south end of that cavern, and you can see that the crates have this marking of a blue lion, which you remember seeing that in the town of Phandlever for the Lion Shield Coster, which was that trading post that was there. So it looks like these supplies were probably marked to go there.
Well, looks like we found a previous caravan that was raided, I guess.
And then go ahead. Now we'll have everybody give me a investigation check to see what you find in this cavern.
Well, Baldwin rolled an 18.
17.
Do I still gotta make one? Even though I'm
Nope.
unconscious?
I'm gonna forgo my investigation because I did find the ruling for it. So it could take 1d4 hours for him to naturally wake up with 1 HP, or I can wake him up prematurely from a stable unconscious creature, which he is, if I make a DC 10 Wisdom Medicine check.
Ah, that's right.
I'm gonna quote that. There's a lot of text there, but I'm gonna forgo my investigation. I'm gonna try to bring Radgar to consciousness.
Okay. We'll see what everyone else here finds.
Yeah. So,
so
medicine check from Milo for an 18. So he wakes up.
And he's at 1 hit point.
No,
yes.
This can be woken temporarily without receiving healing, and before naturally restores to 1 hit point.
True. That's the temporarily. I don't really know how temporarily.
So
it is,
you're
though.
awake at 0 hit points.
So maybe long enough for him to heal himself.
Oh, regains consciousness for 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. And then it goes back down. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
basically they'll just pass out again.
All right,
and
so
yeah.
Radgar, tell us what this looks like as what do? You like stern him, rub him back into consciousness?
I'm kind of like mending his wounds, saying little mutterings of unintelligible whispers and groans that might be a prayer of some sort as I wrap him using a charge from my healer's kit.
Okay.
And yeah, Radgar wakes up to that. Just yeah.
Now, with the new UA rules, did you take that? Did any of your new feat, the level 1 feat, does anything give you extra on using that medicine kit?
It does, but I can only use that. I can only use that an amount of times equal to their hit die, and since they only have 1, I already used it on Radgar.
Okay. Now just clarification here. This is either a DC 10 medicine check or expending a use of a healer's kit, not both. So since you did the check and got an 18, you didn't have to use a healer's kit.
That is true.
Thank you, Chuck. I thought it was both. My bad. Actually, so battle medic. That creature can expend 1 of its hit die. Oh, and then I can re-roll dice on healing.
Okay, cool.
With a spell or this features battle, I can re-roll once.
Okay. All right,
but
so
it doesn't.
Radgar's up for 10 minutes at 0 hit points. Okay, so let's take that unconscious status off of. Well, nope, that's automatic through Foundry, so we'll fix that later. Okay, so with a 17 and 18 investigation check from Baldwin and Fenric, you guys look through the storage area here, and you find underneath some of the supplies, you're kind of looking through these general supplies that are going to the Lion Shield Coster, and you see there's a treasure chest that does not match. It's older, more damaged, and it looks like it's been hidden away. And you see it's not locked. It looks like the security on it was just the bugbear and his wolf here himself, and then him hiding it to the side. You open that up, and I will copy and paste what you find, and I am sticking to the adventure in this, so there's no extra that I'm giving you guys. So 600 copper, 110 silver, 2 potions of healing, and a jade statuette of a frog with tiny golden orbs for eyes.
Okay, I would suggest we pour one of these healing potions down Redgar's gullet.
Agreed.
I ask for it.
Can I pocket the frog without them seeing?
Sure, give a sleight of hand check, and everyone else will do that against passive perception for everybody.
It's not gonna be that good. I noticed them. I noticed them that they.
I feel like everyone's base
and I
passive
clean
perception's a 10. You know,
I got a 13, but
exactly. Everyone's base is a minimum of 10.
I'll notice that I failed, and I'll like pretend that I was gonna clean it with my robes.
That statue is interesting. May I see the healing potion?
I pass one over to you.
Pop it off. Put it down Radgar's gullet. I'll roll the d4s and potentially reroll some if they're low.
Okay.
So we're at 2d4 plus 2, right?
Yep.
Cool.
That's not bad.
Get 8.
Nice.
Yeah, at first level, 8 is good. 8's a lot.
Yeah. That's like, yeah.
Yeah, I've only got 9 at the moment. So.
All right, so who has the other potion of healing?
I'll hold on. If no one
I
objects.
think that Milo should probably drink it.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks the worst off. I mean, I'm down to 3/4.
I'll be okay.
As I just spit up a lot of blood.
Fenric's in pretty bad shape too, though.
I'll be fine.
We will be swift and agile in this cave, and rest if we need to.
I'll hold on to the.
Yeah, you can hold on to it.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it. If I want it, if I use it, I use it.
Where'd my L go?
That fool went running after that bugbear.
Well, I'd say we should stop and rest, but he's already got a head start on us. We should probably go after him.
You also remember there is a section of the cave to the left that you have not dealt with yet.
Up that rubble path.
Right,
and the bridge at the top where the goblins were raining arrows down on you.
We came to save. We came to look for these guys, right?
And you were following the drag marks of 2 bodies to the cave, and you have not found any of.
Okay.
Any non.
Because like we were up here on the bridge, and it was just a wall. I thought.
No, so
No,
I
nobody
had
was up
that
on the
there
bridge.
because you guys, it's a 2-level part of the map.
That's my L.
So actually, yes, you are correct. So I will delete that wall now, so you can see there's a path there.
Okay, that's what I thought. Like
Yes.
when you said, "Oh, we have some like part of the cave left," it's like there's a rubble path.
So
that
right
we couldn't
there,
get up.
You would have seen that the cave continued along that path.
Got it.
I had that off because you guys were below the bridge.
And let's see, the bugbear ran this way and out the cave, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And
believe
I guess our friend abandoned us.
he will be back, tying up loose ends. He is the fastest of us. We should find remnants of the ones captured. Perhaps they still live, the fortunate ones.
We should hurry in case Mile gets in trouble. and we're not there.
Agreed. Radgar, are
Okay,
you
in case-
okay?
In case I didn't do it last week, I'm gonna reload.
Okay.
I'll be okay for the time being.
Let us move with caution, Fenric. I...
Don't mean to step on you.
So Milo, are you concentrating on anything right now?
I was. I don't think I am anymore. Let me turn that. Yeah, I'll turn that off.
Okay.
Oh, this is family friendly, right? Just to reiterate.
Not this one.
I don't know. I'm asking. That's all.
We have not specified that.
Okay, let's go, fuckers.
Well,
All right.
technically, that's one app
Scary.
that's teen rated now.
That's right.
Oh no, I'm alone. I'm gonna die.
All right, so Milo,
Yes.
as you come up to that corner, you can see the faint flickering of firelight being reflected off the wall from some distance around that corner that goes to the left.
Okay. I kind of motion people to come forward without saying a word.
And as you're doing there and waiting, you're kind of listening a little bit, and you can hear the chatterings and movements of numerous creatures on the other end, and it sounds like more goblins, not the
No.
wolves.
Wonderful.
This would be a wonderful time to, use that tremor sensibility. If someone had it in the party.
If only.
Chuck!
Are you okay?
Yeah, because 60 feet just so happens to stretch all the way over here.
Baldwin,
yeah.
you want to try that tremor sense of the dwarf's ability?
Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
You want to do it from way back there? Or you going to come up closer?
We'll sneak up.
Come up near me, whippersnapper. Great Scott!
All right, so let's read this this tremor sensibility of yours.
It's not showing up on my character sheet.
Well, remember, this is the this was the UA one.
Correct. So that would be. Oh, let me find, because I have the new document pulled up, not the original one. Let's see. Character.
Yeah,
organs. There we
I
go.
wish they had done like a continuation on it or put those basic terms in there.
Yeah, the glossary I think is the only thing they're keeping up to date. So all
Yeah.
right, there's
And they do have tremor
humans.
sense, you just don't have it for the...
Here we go. Stone Cunning. So as a bonus action, you gain Tremor Sense with a range of 60 feet for 10 minutes. You must be on a stone surface or touching such a surface. You can use this bonus action a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Okay, so 60 feet, 10 minutes, and then now we got to double check Tremor Sense. So let me do that under the new glossary to make sure they didn't change anything. So then the new... or the most current Tremor Sense says... A creature with Tremor Sense can pinpoint the location of creatures and moving objects within the range, providing that the creature with Tremor Sense and anything it's detecting are both in contact with the same surface or the same liquid. It cannot detect creatures in the air and doesn't count as a form of sight. Okay. All right, so 60 feet from there. All right.
Way over here, huh?
Yep, so pinpointing.
Good range.
Beautiful. All right, so Baldwin, you can determine that there are... the closest creature to you is 40 feet directly to your southwest, right there. Around that, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... there are 6 grouped together right here, about 45 feet away. And then you can sense 2 more creatures separated slightly to the south of that, about 55 feet away.
Okay, so there are 9 of them.
Oh dear!
I drink the potion. It's like, oh.
We try to
How is this a level 1 adventure?
Yeah.
Okay, at least as long as you agree.
I don't think I've ever run chapter 1 of this adventure and not killed somebody.
Does anybody got any oil?
Oil?
Oil? You're the one with the boom tube.
Wait,
For what?
maybe we could put some oil on this wooden bridge. Everybody wait on the other side. I'll slip up in here and pop my boomstick and shoot one of them in the face. Then I'll come back and run across the bridge, and right as they chase me, you light the bridge on fire.
Well, perhaps. I do have a lamp has a little bit of oil in it. Don't know if it'll set the whole bridge on fire.
Let's see.
All right, so as you guys are sitting there and talking, I'm assume you're whispering with each other. Put your tokens where you're sitting there coming up with this plan, and that will determine your DC for your stealth check.
Should we try to flank them? Possibly go down up through this hallway and see where it leads to?
No, that rubble was unclimbable.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how Milo got so hurt in the first place.
Yeah,
I'll
I tried
go
coming up there
up.
and I'm like, broke a hip. You know how it would be.
All right, so everybody, we're going to do a group stealth check. So give me a stealth check as you whisper and come up with this plan.
Maybe they're good goblins. Like the ones from Goblin Slayer, right?
Baby, let's go.
Oh, natural
Get that.
20.
Natural 20 on 22.
Yeah, I got a 5, so
It's a natural 20
Not
counts as
hopefully you
2.
guys curious.
Success.
I have
Successes, okay.
Milo gets an 11.
Okay, that's 3 successes to 2 failures. So
Oh, nice.
you don't hear any changes, and Baldwin, you don't detect any frantic scurrying going on. Things seem to be stable. What you doing?
So what do you think? Nobody have any oil?
No.
Like I said, I have a lamp, but it has enough oil to light the lamp.
Okay, well, we can pour that out. I have torches.
I hand you the lamp. Don't happen to have any fire magic either.
I mean, does it sound like a plan to you guys?
Well,
Yeah, but what if we need to get across the bridge?
Exactly. Plus, if we light it on fire, they might not walk across it. Maybe if
Well,
we
then we
did
just stand
the
there and pop
floor.
shots at them.
Maybe as a last resort, because it looks like this is the only way into this tunnel as far as we can see.
Agreed. Oh
could-
dear.
Try to stealth our way in there as quietly as we can and maybe take a couple of them off without them knowing and then prepare for a dogfight.
All right, what you doing?
I'm gonna
Why-
give.
Busting in or sneaking in?
Does Radgar have a ranged weapon?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, I guess so.
Which one?
Why don't we come up with like an actual plan though? What if Radgar and I, or who else has ranged attacks? What if
I do.
2 of us come down the bridge, down to here where we can see the goblins on top of the bridge, and 2 people stay back and lure them out. So that
Okay,
way when they come out,
I've got an idea. Why don't I've got these ball bearings. Now I could do a little tinkering here, and I could make them do hysterical, maniacal laughter, and then roll them into the room on the down low, and see if I can get them all to looking in the other direction, wondering why these little metal balls are laughing at them.
That does sound interesting.
all in favor for Baldwin's idea?
Might as well. Plus, we don't know if they're actually goblins. There might be more humans trapped, and less goblins than we might think. Even so, if it is our time to die, it is our time. Just
I'll
be
stay in the
grateful
back.
you don't survive. For seeing upon the face of a god of death is not something mortals should see.
As his face gets super sunken in.
Well, you can be the first, Milo. I'll step to the
I
back.
pray for it every day.
Alrighty, what you doing?
We're gonna let him do his ball bearing thing and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use magical tinkering
Okay.
on 3 ball bearings.
And is that one of the new things for
I've never played an artificer before, but I think
It's
they've
not.
always had magical tinkering.
Okay.
Artificer is technically part of the expert classes, but it wasn't done in the last UA.
Okay.
It seems like they're mainly focusing on the 12 core classes.
So
Artificer might come later, and Blood Hunter is still not official.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
All right,
I'll
so
flip
you're tell us what you're doing then.
I'm gonna use magical tinkering
Okay.
on these ball bearings to cause them to start laughing hysterically, and then I'm gonna reach down here close to the ground and roll them into the room all the way to the far wall rather fast, rather quickly.
So that starts while you're holding them?
You know, I'm gonna pop those things out so quick they're not gonna start laughing until they get halfway across the room.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's see, for ball bearings.
Everyone gets
So
ready.
you're just grabbing a handful and chucking them down the hall?
I'm playing the technicality here because I can only technically do tinkering on 3 items at a time. So I'm just gonna do 3 ball bearings.
Okay.
I mean, you know, you could count a handful of ball bearings as a single item, but you know, we'll just go with 3.
Okay. I would almost rule it as like a swarm.
That's what I was thinking because I got 1,000 ball bearings.
Yeah, I'd say you can throw 30 of them.
Okay. So
And are you thinking the size of BBs or the size of marbles
they're
or something
marbles,
in between?
like marble size. You know?
Okay, so then let's see, a dwarf's hand. So yeah, I'd say about 20 or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll do that, and I'm gonna fling them in there, and so they'll all be bouncing and rolling, and.
And how long does that last?
6 seconds.
Okay. All right. So when you're ready to throw it,
actually,
give me.
technically laughter, because a recorded message can be 6 seconds, but it can emit an odor or a nonverbal sound, static visual effect, including up to 25 words of text, and it doesn't really specify the duration on all that. It only says recorded messages can be 6 seconds.
Okay.
But
all right.
but,
Whenever you're ready, give me an unarmed ranged attack.
I am Milo's getting ready to like attack one that he can see.
So okay.
Right.
So you're gonna hold in action then?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold when I see them starting to get distracted. I'm going to hold a crossbow bolt.
Okay.
Unarmed ranged attack. Then we'll just do a D20 over
All
here.
right.
Do we
And
attack
are
the
any-
same ones?
Do any of you have anything emitting light right now?
No.
Okay, you all have dark vision?
Nope.
No.
I do.
I do.
Milo, you don't?
I'm a halfling.
I don't have dark
Well,
vision either.
I'm showing you as having sight right now in this cave.
Oh yeah. If I have light cast on something I have.
That was my question. Is that
Yeah.
still active?
If I were to hear like the voice, if I were to hear the scurrying and the fire, it would have been off.
Okay.
I forgot I had light cast.
Okay,
too.
let me fix your token then.
Okay.
Let's see. There we go. Okay. There we go. Got it. Okay. Baldwin. What's is that a 12 for that unarmed ranged
I
attack?
rolled a 12 to hit the broad side of the wall.
Okay. So you send off this. Let's see. So ball bearings can cover a 10 by 10 foot range. So we'll stretch that out to 4 and we'll say, let's see, you probably hit the wall here. So then they would scatter down about, let's see, let me draw some circles here. Maybe. No, that's way too big. There we go. All right. So I'm going to put these blue dots, and that's going to be where the ball bearings are.
Oh yeah, I was really going to toss them hard enough to get them down here into the room. So I wanted to try to draw them away so they weren't looking towards the door.
I mean,
Did I fail miserably?
well, from back there, they would have to hit this wall.
Right, but they would ricochet, right?
Sure,
They're going to hit stone.
but it's a cave
stone
wall.
and
It's
they're
not
going to
a.
bounce and roll
It's
this
not.
way.
It's not masonry, so there's different angles and things.
Right, they kind of scatter around.
Right. So I would say not all of them would make it into the hall. Okay, so I'll give you. We'll move that one up there. 5,
Well,
10,
crap,
15,
fellas,
20.
I think this plan didn't quite work as I intended.
All right, so you chuck this this handful of marbles against the wall, and as this chattering of laughter comes down, Milo, you can just barely see around the corner, and the one goblin you can see in the firelight turns its head to the side, and as this small marble comes up next to it laughing, you see it kind of pick it up and look at it.
As he's distracted, I loose the crossbow bolt. I don't know what anyone else is doing. You guys were supposed to prepare range attacks, but I guess
okay.
not.
So
I've
then
got
you're
my musket
initiating
out.
combat. We're using rules as written. So everyone roll initiative, and I'll give you a surprise round. Let
But
me
it's also
get
a
initiative
tunnel.
going here.
How am I gonna do a range attack from behind 3 people?
You step up.
Honestly.
How?
You can't occupy the space of someone smaller. There were
Alvin
rules
rolls at
about this.
19.1.
What am I rolling?
19.15. Sig figs, bro.
Oh, it's all goblins. Shit. Milo rolls a 13.12.
I got a 19.08.
That's right. He's giving us a surprise round, so if we
Yikes.
focus fire a little bit, we might be able to drop a couple of them.
Yeah, I agree. We're definitely gonna have to do that.
Okay, we got everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, Fenric, you get your first turn. What you doing?
You can move. There is movement. Moving around creatures.
Again, like hopefully the next UA is going to be fixing surprise round rules because this is stupid. Milo should get a first. Anyway, go ahead.
2, 3.
Yeah, during your move, you can pass through the space of an ally, an incapacitated creature, a tiny creature, or a creature who is 2 sizes smaller or larger than you.
But according to the rules, it's difficult terrain.
Yes, exactly. It is difficult terrain unless they're tiny, which none of us are.
So,
That was all my movement.
Right. So do you want? It might be more beneficial for you to hold a move once people get out of your way, because you can't get through everybody, right?
Well, yeah, I'll be right here.
Are you small?
No.
Yeah, you can't stay there.
Okay.
I'm small.
But Milo's small.
Oh wait, Milo's small.
Yeah, but I'm not tiny. I have to be 2 sizes smaller or larger
that is
than
correct.
someone to not impose the difficult terrain.
Yes, thank you.
Milo though has halfling nimbleness, which allows him to move through people 1 size larger than him without any benefit, but they can't stay there.
Yep.
In that case, I will hold a ray of frost if I see any goblins.
All right. So again, using rules as written, you're gonna check Array of Frost. That is that a cantrip?
Yeah.
Cantrip.
Okay. Cool. All right. Okay.
But I will walk over here.
All right. You're on the bridge. Okie dokie.
That is my turn.
All right. Let us now go to Baldwin. What you doing?
Okay, first thing I'm going to do is raise my musket and fire at that forward goblin.
Alrighty.
A 7 to hit. Ow.
You have advantage because it's surprise round.
Oh, so we'll do that over. 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
Yes, for 1 damage.
For 1 whole damage.
Well, since I stoned everybody, we're all going to die again.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do something incredibly stupid here because we're clogged up. Oh no, I don't really want to do that. Damn.
It ain't looking too grim, buddy. Ain't looking too good.
It ain't looking good, bruv. It ain't looking good.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over here.
You ever see that show? You ever see that first opening scene of Goblin Slayer?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
brutal.
All right,
That was
Baldwin,
brutal,
are
man.
you sucking up against the wall? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm kind of pressing up into the, see all those indentations
Looking
there in
against
the
it.
wall and everything.
Okay.
And I'm not a huge dwarf or anything, so I'm kind of
Okay.
squeezing up in there so that everybody has a clear line of sight.
All right, you see Baldwin come around the corner, level up. What do you have, a rifle or a pistol?
I got both, but I used the musket.
All right, you
On that
levels up this musket, and what you're normally used to hearing in this cave is this giant. But you must have put in only half the powder that you
was
meant to,
wet.
and you just hear a poof, and the goblin like looks at his arm and rubs it as he's getting ready to take his turn. But
Gets hit at the temple.
all right, Radgar, your turn.
Am I able to squeeze past Milo?
Yes, so just moving through allies is difficult terrain.
Okay. So I'll move.
So that's
Okay, I forgot
25
I
to where you
can't.
were.
Yeah, so that'd be 25 feet
Space.
to get right there. Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm gonna target this goblin down here
Okay.
with my short bow. Hopefully do a little bit more than 1 damage. Nope.
A 10. The arrow.
Wow.
How?
Wow.
Whoa, no, wait. How? You got like a negative modifier?
Yeah,
How?
because it's dex to shoot arrows.
That damage shouldn't be 0, though. It should be at least 1.
He rolled a 1.
Yeah, he has a 1d6 minus 1.
And then I'll
Ow.
pop back 5 more feet.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Luckily, it's a surprise round, so none of those get to go. Milo,
Oh,
your turn.
man. So I can move through allies. I can't stay there without any impedance because of my halfling nimbleness. So
Okay.
5, 10. I'll move right there. I'm gonna shoot that barely injured guy. I can see. Sneak attack. Not sneak. It is a sneak attack, but not a sneak attack. Oh man. Let's see. Come on, baby. Let's. There we go. You got this, Sam. Let's go. Let's go. Oh yeah, I got to
Hey.
re-roll ones.
That's
There
a
we
better
go.
roll. Okay.
15 for 6.
15. All right. The crossbow bolt flies across and takes that goblin out right through the eyeball
Hey,
as
there
he
we go.
falls down dead right there.
Okay, so that I'm just gonna continue moving back. I'm gonna move back and reload. 5.
I think
10.
we stay with these ranged attacks because coming across those ball bearings is at least rough terrain and probably a dex save to avoid falling prone.
But it looks like you only threw like 8.
There's a dozen of them, yeah.
So they're just scattered across those 4 squares.
Okay. Yeah. That's Milo's turn.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right, so no turn there. And all right, Fenric, nothing triggered your spell, but you see your allies going around the corner confidently and coming back with the kind of this oh shit look on their face.
I got 1, but there's 6 more. Everyone sucks.
Okay.
Got any spells left, buddy?
No.
Yeah, same. I'm out. I'm completely out.
5, 10, 15, 20. Man, I can't see anybody.
Right? You're definitely bumping into me.
Yeah, because if I walk into you, that's my last step, and I don't want to stand right there. I'll go back to the bridge with my remaining movement, and I'll say, if you need to retreat, retreat now. Just go past me. I have a plan. It might not work.
All right, Baldwin.
Okay, the other goblin we're going to.
So right now you can just barely. This guy would have 3/4 cover on you.
About this guy.
Yeah, that guy.
3/4 cover, but not if I move right there.
Right there. Oh yeah, that's you can see him full right there.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead on, and instead of pulling our pistol, we're gonna go with a firebolt. 15 to hit for 8 fire damage.
And you completely decimate that goblin as he burns up and immolates in a
that
pillar of
gobble
fire.
dead.
Okay, and I am going to move back into my little skinny alcove there and wait for another goblin to come around a corner.
All right. Radgar.
I'm gonna go down the hallway a little bit.
All right, so entering there, so where the blue dots are, that's where the ball bearings are. So you can either move at half speed without triggering a dexterity check, or you can move at regular speed, but you'll have to pass a DC 10 dex saving throw.
That's fine. I'm just gonna charge right down here. Will
Right.
I be able to see this guy all right?
Yes, but since you entered that square, give me a dex save. Unless you were going
Why?
at half
I was
speed.
just gonna move to half speed.
Oh, okay. That's what I was asking. All right, then you're good.
Okay. All right. And then I'm gonna throw my hand axe at him. Actually,
Okay.
that way I don't freaking lose. All right. Let's go. 19 for 5.
Okay, that is a hit, and he's still up, but has this hand axe sticking right out of his neck and chest.
All right. And then I'm gonna. Can I step back down this corner, or is that?
That is.
What is that?
Well, move your little
That's where the
symbols so I
rubble-
can see the map. So you are right on the edge. Right here is where a steep. I don't know why my I can't click on the map at the moment. Let me try it on this one. There we go. So right there is where it starts to become a real steep, about a 45-degree angle down.
Okay. Then I'll just kind of step. Can I stand on it, like without going down, or?
Let me scroll back up to see. Here we go.
Kind of hang on to the side wall there a little bit.
Well, I figure I can stand there without, having to worry about falling or nothing.
Give me a dex save.
You're killing me, Smalls.
You fall down off in that thing and have to run all the way back around. We're in trouble, dude.
16.
All right, you feel the scree below your feet kind of slide a little bit, but you wedge your shoe in there, and you've sunken down a little bit, so the top of your head is probably even with any goblin that would come around the corner. But you've got what you feel is good footing.
Okay. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. There's some shuffling and stuff going on that you're not really seeing. And then this goblin's going to run around the corner.
Anemic. Nice.
All right, he's going to just charge into the ball bearings, so he's got to make a dex save.
Better fail it. I don't know.
So they have +3 to dex.
Natural 20.
Doesn't matter when you roll a
And-
natural 20.
That's right. And he's going to go for the first guy he sees, which is going to be Radgar right there on the edge. And
Does he have to make one when he goes into the other set?
No, it's for the whole
Okay.
thing, yeah.
The whole enchilada.
That's right. And then he is going to swing a scimitar at you.
You can try.
Ooh,
You just had to say something.
19
You'll
for
succeed.
3 damage. As your footing keeps you from getting a good block up as he gets a nice little cut on your shoulder. And then that's going to bring us to Milo.
Oh dear, wizard friend, we must engage.
Right there, I am going to on that gobbo. Told the dead.
All right.
I'll prompt your wow.
Excellent.
That's
Jeez.
tough.
It's not going too well, guys.
Oh, he
He
failed to
failed
save?
He failed it, so that's
All
a
right.
1d8.
You got 1 damage.
Oh man.
Okay.
Level 1 sucks.
You staying there?
How much?
Is it more like
5.
a time
10.
of the dead?
I'll sneak back behind the corner.
Come, Fenric.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, let me end it.
All right, another goblin's gonna run around the corner here. He's gonna enter the ball bearings, make his dex save. Oh, he makes it too. I should say as well. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20. And if he goes any farther, he's got to get an opportunity attack, so he's going to go for Radgar. That's going to be a 17.
That misses, thank goodness.
Ooh, yes.
If you need to, just go down the slide.
All right, this goblin's going to run in and is also going to make a dex save. Man, they're rolling real good.
These are some nimble-ass little goblins, man.
Yeah, they're goblins. What do you
15.
expect?
And he's going to go diagonal, so he's not going to go into Radgar's reach, but he's going to go for Balwin here. Balwin, scimitar attack against you. 10.
Misses.
Yeah. All right, you bring your shield up, and it just slams right into the shield. And then our last goblin is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to enter the ball bearings, make a dex save. And he's good. And seeing he can't really get anywhere, he's going to loose a arrow at Balwin. That will be 10 to hit.
And that is a miss.
And he's going to back right up and take some cover around the corner there. And then that will bring us to Fenric.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 25. I can see yonder goblin here.
Yep.
Yonder goblin, I shall do Ray of Frost upon thee, please. 17 for 6.
That will kill him as he explodes in a shatter of ice.
I forgot these guys have no health. We just have to hit them.
We don't either. We don't have any.
Hey,
we
you
have
just
more
have to
than that.
hit
We have more
us.
than 6, thankfully.
I
Maybe
have
not the
3
wizard.
hit points.
Oh, fair. Why did you heal?
Because you're beefier, and I step back and my very short.
You step back and you feel this child-sized person go, "Ugh," as you run into Milo. He tickles your balls. It's
Okay,
okay.
Balwin.
The next goblin in line, we're gonna follow up that very successful firebolt we did with another firebolt.
Is he in melee range with you?
No, that's the dead one.
Akko.
I'm assuming
17 to hit for 1 damage.
that is a hit. And you singe his hairs. His hair's a little bit on fire.
Yes, goblins don't have hair.
That's why it was only 1 damage.
That's right.
Damn, fair
I'd
enough.
argue they have hair.
A little bit. Is that your turn, Balwin?
These tokens have hair.
That's my turn.
The goblins in this universe have hair.
Well,
Deal with it.
let's.
Goblin hair matters.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, for real.
I keep wanting to do something really stupid, but I'm just wary of the fact that I have almost no health.
You don't know you don't have that much health. You just think like I'm a little hurt. Do it. Be stupid. Go stupid.
Okay, well, yeah, we're gonna use our movement, and we're gonna slip past.
Are you going at half speed, or are you going to make a dex save for the ball bearings?
We're going at half speed.
Okay. So then that
we'll
was
have to stop right there.
5, 10, 15. Okay, yep. That works.
And do we use we're not using flanking rules in this.
I
No.
don't think we talked about that one, did we?
We did. We're not using
Not
flanking.
using it. Okay, cool.
Well, in that case, oh, never mind. That's my turn.
All right, Radgar.
Yeah, that was really stupid. Actually, I wouldn't have condoned that.
All right. I'm gonna kill this, or I'm gonna attempt to kill this one that's standing just directly above me. Yeah, I'm gonna try to wail my battle axe into him.
Okay.
Got it, mate. You got it.
Let's go.
Nice.
21 for 13.
He dead.
Obliterated him.
Is that the one between you and Baldwin?
No, it's gonna be this one.
Okay. Oh yeah, he did.
They both had 5 health.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna step up there, and then can I use a free action to grab my battle axe or my hand axe from this goblin that died?
Actually, there is something in the new rules. Hold on.
It's
Oh,
about
okay.
making an attack action.
Yeah,
You can draw a weapon as part of the same action to make an attack with
but
it.
does it say you can do it at the end?
I just wanted
When
to
you
pick
take
it up.
the
I
attack
didn't wanna
action,
use
you
it.
can make one attack with a weapon or an armed strike. You can equip or unequip one weapon before or after any attack you make as part of this action. Yep. So
Yeah, there we go.
It would just let me pick it up then? Okay.
Yep.
I like that. It's easier.
Anything else?
No, that'll be my turn.
All right.
Where's Yemek the anemic?
Okay. Baldwin, you just catch the very edge of a goblin coming around the corner, and you see just in the side of your vision this unconscious human, and the goblin drags him over, and this cliff that's there is about this 10-foot cliff that you can see in the room, and you can see the goblin standing there and drags this human right over to the edge, and you can see like his left arm and left foot are hanging over, and the goblin's standing there with both hands on either side. We'll put him right here, and you hear in common this voice say, "Stop, or I'll push him off and kill him."
It's rude.
This goblin, let's see if he's gonna listen. We'll do a intelligence check. He'll listen. You see him as he's about ready to take his swing at you, Baldwin, kind of turns his head in the direction the voice came from, and he's sitting there holding. It looks like he's ready to swing at any moment, but he's not taking that as we now come to Milo.
He wouldn't have heard that, would he?
It's only 20 feet down a cave, so I would have said he would have heard it.
I, as Milo, I'll move in here and I will attempt the influence action with the goblin and Yemek the anemic.
Can you see him from there?
I think so. I see.
It would look like it.
Yeah, I see Yemek and I see this white dude. It's bald.
Okay, all right. The influence action. Let me pull those those rules up here.
Yeah, I'll as the
Okay.
first part, I want to attempt to convince.
Yeah, friend. We are just here for the captive men. They're on a duty and we're here to collect our friends. We only defend ourselves against your forces and attacks. Please release them into our custody and care, and we will leave you and the rest of your kin be. Your bugbear chieftain has abandoned you, but we are not so frugal in our attempts of making peace.
All right, so I'm going to go behind the screen here a little bit for the purpose of our playtest. So
That sounds good.
the attitude's going to be hostile. 'Cause a hostile
Obviously.
creature opposes the adventurers and their goals. You need to convince on a charisma check to do anything on their behalf. All right, so then the interaction, which was your role play you just did. So you've gotten rid of the leader, hobgoblin here.
Thought it was a bugbear. Or
Or
was
sorry,
it
I'm sorry,
hobgoblin?
I'm sorry. The bugbear. You're correct.
Just making sure.
Yes.
They all look alike. I'm just kidding. That's bad. Just like, excuse me, sir.
And so the ability check. So this is going to be a persuasion check based on what you said.
That makes sense.
And so, all right. So I've got the DC 10 and 20 options here. So go ahead and make a percent. I'm going to make it I would say normally it would have been a roll at disadvantage, but you actually figured out, or would your shot in the dark on the leader being gone is what this guy wanted, so that took it from a disadvantage to a straight roll.
Cool.
So straight roll on a perception check.
Persuasion. Yeah. Baldwin, right? Chuck, you got guidance, right? Like you have the someone has guidance here.
I will bestow guidance upon thee.
You have to use the new rules. So if I fail this check, which I probably will, be prepared.
Okay, how does that work then?
You use it as a reaction now.
Oh,
A reaction to a failed ability check.
okay.
Okay, so here is Milo's stellar persuasion roll. 10.
Okay, so there's actually not necessarily, there's levels to this. So there's a DC 10 and a DC 20. So this is where I have a problem with this, is because you guys now know you succeeded at something, but you could potentially have succeeded more at something. So on our chart here, it says
Well,
the creature
with the guy
offers no
He
help.
can only roll a d4, so I mean, he could only get to 14 anyway.
Which also plays into now you know the mechanics of this rule and this ability check, and so you would know not to waste that guidance. So remember that when you're filling out your surveys, fellas.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right, so you know there's no point in helping, and you know he succeeded at 10 at something based on this rule set. So the creature offers no help but does no harm. So based on that, you see the Yimik says, "You killed Yarg? He's gone?"
We did even worse. We made him flee in terror at our might, abandoning you and your kin, people he had sworn to lead through thick and thin, I wager.
All right, he
Your
looks,
chieftain was a coward,
he looks
trampling
over.
over the dead. I'm done.
Your character needs to talk with less pauses, Kirk.
He's dying.
Oh, so are we all.
The Shatnering School of Clericing.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yumik points over to the goblin by the fire and says, "Wait." So at this point, everything seems to have stopped unless someone wants to take any kind of aggressive action. Yimik is sitting there holding on to the body of the human there. And so he still feels he's in a position of advantage, but he's not going any further. So do you guys want to walk in the room and come out of initiative, or would you guys want to stay in initiative and do stuff?
Let's stay in initiative just in case.
Okay. All right. So the goblin's going to hold. We'll bring him back in. He's still unconscious. All right. Fenric, you hear talking going on in the hall ahead of you.
I'll pop in 2, 3. 4. I don't see. Oh, do I see any of this going down?
Yes, you can see right here. You can see the goblin and the human dangling over that 10-foot cliff.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get rid of our dead bodies here just to clean up the map.
Cool.
Thank you.
Oh no, we didn't do too bad, fellas.
Definitely did not start off ideal.
What? How many were left? 3?
Yeah, only 3, including Yimik.
All right, Fenric, you do anything else?
I'll hold a ray of frost if he pushes him off the cliff.
Okay.
But that's my turn.
All right, Baldwin, what are you doing?
Okay, I'll move forward. Can we take him then?
You've got... How many are left in the cave of my clan?
How many are in this room?
Looks
Might not have
around.
been the right thing to say.
Sounded badass though.
It did.
He kind of looks, and you see him looking down the hall to where the rest of you are. He See him kind of making a little calculation in his head. 10 gold. 10 gold for me to rebuild my clan, and you can leave with this human.
I don't have 10 gold. Look, we found your treasure chest out there with like 50 silver in it. Your chieftain's chest. We give it back to you. We just want to take them in.
And the supplies that he had, those stay with me. You do not take them back to town.
Agreed.
Deal.
No, we want to keep that statue.
They don't know about the fucking statue.
Oh.
Don't worry about that. We got it.
We got what
Yeah.
we needed.
He
No,
motions.
we'll give him back the silver. The supplies stay. We'll take our guys and split.
Go ahead and give me a. I guess it'd be persuasion. So go ahead and give me a straight roll persuasion check.
20.
Yeah!
Dirty 20. He nods to
Sentiments.
the other goblins there next to him, and motions for them to come up towards him. So do you allow them to move?
Sure, I'm holding a firebolt, but they can move.
All right, so you see them kind of creep up the stairs that come up here in the room, and he's going to slowly let go of his hands and quickly back away in the corner, and you see they're all sitting there holding bows, not pointed at you, but definitely arrows knocked and ready to
Right.
go.
Okay, and is this the only man? Sildar?
There's only one. Other one was taken.
Taken where?
The dwarf. He was taken. Clarg. No, Clarg knows where he went.
And where might I find a Clarg?
It's the bugbear.
That's the bugbear.
Is that the bugbear coward?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I'm a stout dwarf. I guess I would have wanted to throw this guy over my shoulder.
Okay.
What's your strength?
13.
Right?
Okay. All right. So you okay. I'm gonna say this human is about 180 pounds. You're straight. Yeah, you should be able to do 180 pounds, no problem. You'll be a little slowed, but you should
Right.
be good. So, yep, you can hoist him up, and the goblins are sitting there.
Hey, Milo, since you're down there so close to the ground, would you mind scooping up my bearings for me, please?
No.
I'm gonna go up to the injured man, and I'm gonna use a. Everything has hit die, so I'm gonna use a healer's kit to heal him for his hit die,
Oh, okay.
just to stabilize him a bit more.
Won't that wake him up though?
He says he's only near death, and if he does, I'll talk to him, and then we'll betray the goblins. I'm kidding.
All right, give me a moment here to scroll back. Here we go. All right, Sildar. Yeah, let me pull up his stat sheet here. It's not a PC, so it doesn't have any hit dice. That's
well,
interesting.
usually creatures have hit die.
Is it
if they're
based on their
PC.
CR rating? What is it based on?
Does he have a stat block?
He does. He's got a proficiency bonus, and it's CR rate. That's what I would think it would be based
Yeah.
on.
Is he a fighter?
No, wait. Next to his health, so he has like a amount of health,
5d8
right?
plus
HP.
5 is his health.
5d8.
hit
That's
die.
how many hit die he has. Is 5.
I never
D8
knew. I've
D8
never had to
D8
use
is hit die.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and roll the d8 then?
Will do. So it's a d8 plus my a long time. D8 plus I think it's my proficiency.
So +2.
Yep, plus your proficiency. Yep. So 1d8 plus 2, I can re-roll it if it's a 1.
Oh, that didn't get near
Nice.
full strength for him.
Full 10. Full 10.
All right. You see, he kind of comes out of his stupor and wakes up and.
Do not fear, young man. We are leaving the confines of the cave.
You look and you see about a human male in his like mid-50s, with white hair, kind of a goatee and a beard. Looks to be pretty fit, not overweight, and just kind of wearing underclothes that aren't decorative at all. And looking at it, and based on how you know people wear, this is what you wear underneath heavier armor.
So gambeson and everything.
Yeah.
Thank you, goblins, for our friend. We will be going now.
He turns around and looks like, they're still... Ugh, those are the assholes that got me here. We're leaving...
The ones you see here are all the ones that are left.
Where's my armor and my sword?
I look at the goblins.
Where is his belongings?
Yemo looks over and it was taken with the map and the dwarf. The glass staff has it.
The glass staff?
Yes, it was. That's who Clark deals with. I don't know where they are, but he's somewhere. They have some castle that they go to, and he was taking it to King Grohl, and Clark was just following orders, and the dwarf and his stuff went, and we were just keeping him here to eat him.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Interesting. Thank you for the information. Do you know any particulars about the whereabouts of said castle?
They call it Cragmaw Castle. We've never been there. We're not allowed to go there.
Cragmaw Castle. Okay. Thank you. Radgast. Radgar. Kill them. I'm kidding.
I start like leading the old man out.
All right. So Sildar steps up and he kind of leans on your shoulder a little bit as you guys make your way out of the cave without issue. You step back out into the forest, and let's see, we'll go ahead and come back here to our map. So you come back out into the forest. It is...
Not at all.
It's about mid, if I remember right, I think it's right afternoon or so. Because I think, or did you get here? Was it a day? It was half a day. So yeah. So it's afternoon.
All right.
We can go back to town, I guess, huh?
We are half a day's journey from town. We should get far away from the cave and make camp. Friend,
As I start talking to the old man,
we have food and nourishment. Do you need any more assistance?
He looks around and do we have to walk the whole way, or do you have horses?
Do we have horses?
Well, that's the thing, they didn't have just the right size pony. So we've been walking, and I mean, if you can spring for some horses, we can go back to town and get some.
Where are the...
I have... Oh, sorry,
So
my
you
mind...
want to leave?
My mind
You
is
want to
coming
leave
back
him
to me
on-
now.
Yeah.
You've already been to Phandlever, is that my understanding?
Yes.
Which is correct.
Yes, get me to help escort me to Phandlever, and I have resources there. That was my means anyway. It sounds like Gundren has been taken. Tell me, have you come upon Tharden and Nundrel?
No,
How?
not yet.
His
And
brothers.
who-
His brothers were supposed to be there in town, so we need to look for them. I can offer you 50 gold for my rescue and escort back to town. Once we get back to town, we can meet at the tavern. Tell me, have you been there at least?
Yes.
Very well. I have contacts there that we can rest up and figure out what we're going to do next. So, lead the way, and we shall talk on the way. Tell me, what do you want to know?
So who are you anyway?
My name is Sildar. Sildar Hallwinter. I am retired from the Griffin Cavalry of the great city of Waterdeep, and I'm a member of the Lord's Alliance, which I'm sure you're aware of, and My mission was to come out here to Phandalin and see if we can turn this once great city back into a great hub of tourism, of business that can bring this area of the Sword Coast back into prominence and prosperity. Now tell me, who are you?
My name is Radgar Stoutbore. These are just a group of adventurers and friends of mine that we've been traveling with. Gundren hired us to escort him back to town, but
tell me, did he tell you his plan on why he was bringing these supplies?
That's what I was just about to ask you. What exactly do these goblins want with Gundren?
The goblins, I'm not sure. We've had reports of goblin clans just weighing laced with supplies. I think they themselves are just raiders. But this leader of theirs, this Clarg, before they knocked me unconscious, he had lots of spells. He mentioned someone called the Black Staff. It seems like there's something else going on that is organizing the goblins into something else, and I think it may have to do with why Gundren is here. Tell me, how much do you know about the Phandlever's Pact?
Nothing. The goblin mentioned a glass staff. Would that be the same as the black staff, or perhaps it's a hierarchy?
I'm sorry, if I said black staff, I meant glass staff. I got hit in the head. Yes, that was his name. But let me tell you. So, over 500 years ago, clans of dwarves and gnomes made an agreement known as the Phandlever's Pact, by which they would share a rich mine in a wondrous cavern known as Wave Echo Cave. In addition to its mineral wealth, the mine contained great magical power. Human spellcasters allied themselves with the dwarves and the gnomes to channel and bind that energy into a great forge called the Forge of Spells. And this magic items would be crafted there. Times were good, and the nearby human town of Phandalin prospered as well. But disaster struck when orcs swept through the north and laid waste to all in their path. A powerful force of orcs, reinforced by evil wizards, attacked Wave Echo Cave and seized its riches and magic treasures. Human wizards fought alongside their dwarf and gnome allies to defend the Forge of Spells, and the ensuing spell battle destroyed much of the cavern. Few survived the cave-ins and tremors, and the location of Wave Echo Cave was lost. Now, that brings us to the reason why we are here. Our friend, the Rockseeker brothers, and Gundren in particular, the map he was carrying is believed to be have the location of the entrance to the long-lost Wave Echo Cave. If there is some organization or wizard, maybe this glass staff is that, has this map, he may be trying to find his way to the spell, to the Forge of Spells, to reopen this cave and do evil things in this area.
We've found the casing for the map, or what seems to be some sort of map case, but there was no map inside. Which of you grabbed that? I'll just grab it from wherever I think we might have it.
He looks at it and he opens up a flap and there's like a little mark inside. He's like, "This is the mark of the Rockseeker brothers. This is definitely his map." And you said there was nothing inside?
No, it was an empty case. So whoever came upon it knew what it was, or at least thought they knew, and took it.
You know, actually, dwarf. Sorry, your name. What was your name, my dwarven fellow?
Baldwin Granite Shaft of the Granite Shaft Forge.
Baldwin, you I think you called me out earlier, and it was right. There's actually, I think there are two. So there's this glass staff that seems to be doing something, and then I remember there was another. The goblins actually talked about someone called the Black Spider. And I don't know if it's an actual spider or if just that's the name of some person who has taken up that title. But I now distinctly remember there's someone called the Glass Staff and someone called the Black Spider, and I don't know if they're working together. But I believe Clark was sending the map, my belongings, and I would assume Gundren to wherever this Black Spider is, which may be that cave that the goblins were speaking of. They mentioned that, or the castle. There was some castle.
Ragma?
Yes,
Ragmaw
that's it.
Castle.
Cragmaw Castle. I don't know where it is, but hopefully it's close.
We get back to town, and I would bet, usually you go to the inn and pour a few ales, and people start to remember where places like that are.
There's much history in this area. That might not be a bad idea. In addition to the 50 gold I pay you for bringing me here and escorting me there in my rescue, the evening's refreshments, meals, and lodgings are on me.
Well, thank you. We greatly appreciate that.
And we definitely need it.
On a side note, since you've been to Phandalin already, have you come upon another wizard there named Iarno Albrecht?
We did not spend much time in town. We spoke with the person we were supposed to drop the supplies off to. We stayed in an inn, and then we left early in the morning.
I see.
In search of tracks for the goblins. And
all right, well, I should go find the town master and see what I can find. That is, I was more of a tag along for Gundren as a personal favor to him, but my order has actually mainly sent me here to see what became of Iarno. He was sent here for 2 months ago to establish order, and we've received no word. So, should we get separated, if you do come upon an Iarno in your travels, please tell him I'm looking for him, and we'll be in Phandalin.
Is there anything more you can... The Red Guards seem to be imposing some sort of presence in Phandalin. Can you tell us any bit more about them?
I just DM'd you, it was Red Brands.
Red Brands. Yeah, I said the wrong thing.
That's all right.
Well, that's from Skyrim, isn't it?
Yes. I know we've received no word of what has been going on in Phandalin, so these Red Brands are causing are they some kind of guard force?
Something like that. I mean, I don't know. The entire town seemed to be weary of them, and
seemed to be nearly a gang extorting protection.
Well, that might have been part of the reports and why Iarno was sent there. And well, if they're still causing problems, then that does not bode well for my friend. Well, we shall head there, and sounds like we have several threads to follow. But yes, so you guys make your way through. It takes you another half of the day, and right as about the sun is starting to set, you make your way back into the town of Phandalin. And I need some tea, so we're going to take a break so I can go make some tea so I can stop coughing into the microphone. So
you could have just played it off as him coming back from being knocked out or something.
That's true, but then I have to do other voices. All right, let me... so if we have any viewers, or you're watching this on the video, we're going to take a quick break and be right back. All right, everybody. Welcome back. I've got my tea, so hopefully I won't be coughing into your ears too much anymore, but we'll see. But as the players get back to Phandalin, they have leveled up to level 2. We have decided we are going to roll for hit points, and we're going to do it by the book. So unless too many people get a 1, then maybe we'll go critical roll and let a roll of a re-1 go for it. But we'll see if we'll see if we have to cross that bridge. So Manny, what is your hit die?
Okay, my hit die is a d6.
All right, and what's your con modifier?
+1.
All right, so you're going to get 1d6 plus 1 hit points, so go for the roll here.
You got this.
+1. Max, please. Max, please. Good enough.
5. That's not bad.
Not bad.
I take it that 8 I rolled in Discord ain't going to count.
Negative.
Damn. It's all good.
All
Unless I
right.
roll a 1, then I'll
That's
be
right.
sad.
That's like, hey, DM, I'll roll my stats on my own and record it with my phone. Oh, by the way,
Right?
This is the 50th recording. All right, so Manny, what does your level 2 wizard gain?
Okay, we're getting an arcane tradition. Oh boy.
You didn't even look at his subclasses.
I would suggest go with one of the basic ones because that's probably going to be what Wizards is going to play test first. So that way we can play test it if it comes out.
Well, the wizard is kind of hard to think what's going to be. I'd go evocation. I feel like that's the first one they'll hit.
Yeah, because if they're going to do anything to fireball, it'll be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, everyone else is a little bit simpler. Like most likely the champion fighter is going to be the first one they hit.
Okay, so I'll go with evocation.
Monk will be way of the open hand.
For playtesting reasons. And evocation savant. And I get sculpt spells. Beginning at 2nd level, create pockets of safety within the effects of your evocation spells. You can cast the evocation spell that affects other creatures that you can see. Choose a number of them equal to 1 plus the spell's level. Chosen creatures automatically succeed against a saving throw. Cool.
Sweet. And then you're grabbing some new spells. Is that everything else you get?
Yeah, just 2 new spells. I'll go ahead and do that right now.
Okay. And just so there's not a bunch of dead time, we can come back to you at the end and let you know what you picked. So, all right.
No, yeah, cool.
Sam, what's your hit die and con mod?
I'm taking another level. I'm taking cleric. 1d8 plus 3.
Okay.
Good roll. Good roll.
Nice.
10. There we go. I'm okay with that. So that'll get me to 21 max HP. 2nd level features is I get my channel divinity features, which for me are where'd they go? Should be there. It should be there. Oh, did it not come over? Thought it did. Okay, well, I have my channel divinity, and one of mine is specific to the Grave Domain Cleric, and then I get more spells I can learn, but I get no 2nd level spells till level 3. So I just took Inflict Wounds.
All right.
But I can just set my spells whenever. And then hopefully you'll see my channel divinity in action.
All right. Bo, what's your hit die and con mod?
D10 and 3.
All right, let's roll.
Plus 3. So it'll be
So
a 10.
10 total,
All right.
not bad. All right, and then what do you get at level 2?
I believe I just get action surge.
You pick your fighting style in 3rd level, right?
Well, no, I got it at level 1.
Oh.
Oh,
We'll get a
what the heck is
subclass
going
of
on?
3rd.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Next.
Okay.
Advancement. Continue. Stop
Sweet.
advancement. Give me my stuff.
Okie dokie. Next. Baldwin, what you doing?
Yeah, D8 plus 3 as an artificer. So we're gonna roll that. Like, oh my god, I got a 1. Can I re-roll that?
You know what? Since everyone else rolled really well, I'll let you re-roll that.
Okay.
Write this in the survey. This is a very popular homebrew
That's
that everyone
true.
they should publish.
Oh, sorry, technical difficulties here.
From you? That's so unlike you.
I know, right?
So you're gonna re-roll.
9. There we go.
That's a 6, buddy.
For 4-9.
But 4-9.
D8 plus 3 for 9. 9
Yes.
points, yeah. And so that's going to bring me up to 21 hit points.
Okay.
Which is good. And I'm going to take Artificer Infusions.
Okay.
So I can bump up my armor class and create a homunculus.
Okay.
Which, is really cool. I like that.
Alrighty. And then last, probably shouldn't roll for Tay, but there is one thing I need to fix because normally we do leveling up with what am I thinking of? Milestone. But the way this module is set up is XP, so we're gonna try it, see how it works. Here we go. I'm gonna undisable experience tracking, so this might make you reload. Nope, we're good. Okay. All right, so as we go through this next part, I'm going to be giving out experience as we go through this. So with that, we go back to Phandalin. It is the evening as you arrive, and the sun is just now peeking over the trees, and you can see off in the distance that the clouds are still coming in, and there's another thunderstorm that's making its way in as you start to get your rain cloaks on and get covered up in Sildar. All right, let's hurry. Stonehill Inn, if you wouldn't mind. We'd get some food, some drink. We can talk to some of the people there and figure out a plan for action. Sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you head to the Stonehill Inn. And you walk inside, and you see, this is where you were before, so I'm not going to have to go into too full of a description, but you see there are several people that are here that are attending and visiting here as well, kind of getting out of the rain as they see that rain coming. You see an old farmer-looking dude is sitting at a table as there's this barmaid that's sitting there and talking and gossiping with him. You see there's another person sitting there dressed and has dirt and looks like they've been in the mines and has just heavy clothing, callous skin. You see the Trilena, the innkeeper's wife who you spoke to before, is behind the bar tending, wiping up the bar, making drinks for people. And you see that there's a couple other just kind of general looking town folk there, but those are the ones that at least catch your eye as people that either stand out from the normal crowd or look like they would have something to say. You walk in, and Sildar grabs an open table, motions to sit as Elsa, the gossipy barmaid, comes over. She's a half elf, in her, she's pretty young, maybe in her mid 50s. She walks over and you look like you've been hitting the path a little bit. You don't look like the miners type. Did you get in a bit of a scuffle with the Red Brands before you got over?
We've definitely seen some better days, that's for sure.
Well, nothing a good ale wouldn't
nasty
fix.
Little goblins is what we had.
I've heard tales of those goblins. They've been quite an issue, but...
Well, we thinned them out quite thoroughly.
Well, that is good news. That calls for some ale. Let me get you some of that, and how about something warm to eat?
For you, if a mighty warrior had come in here and let you know that he and his companions here not only rescued a goodman who does business in your town, but cleared out an entire den of goblins that have been plaguing the countryside and stealing your goods. Might such a deed earn a man an ale on the house?
You know, it might, but as you might imagine, we get several people that come in here that claim they have deeds that they cannot themselves prove. But those who would be favorable to that would probably be the miners of the Miner Exchange, as she looks over to the table where you see the dirty-looking fellow sitting, or those that have had their cargo stolen. Now, what impresses this young lass, Master Dwarf, is if someone were to stand up to those Red Brands. Seems they recently murdered one of the young men in town, and I would like to see them pay. So if you can take care of goblins, maybe you can take care of those jerks. Now let me get your ale while you talk. And she walks back. You're muted, Sam.
DM, is this the same bar that Milo performed in last time?
Yes.
Excellent.
I've got a plan.
I'm gonna go set up again to play, and yeah.
Hello,
Hey, lassie.
denizens of the bar,
For,
if you
for free
would
beer
like
and a bowl of stew, I'll make him stop.
She comes back, Elsa, and says, these drinks will be on the house if you get him to stop.
Up.
if you want
Milo,
me to,
my halfling friend, come over here and eat. Have a beer.
Or if you let me
Sing
role play, I'll
tomorrow.
actually talk about what I'm trying to do here, Chuck. I'm gonna sit down, and as people start to come up to me being like, you should probably stop, he's gonna be like,
if you have information about the dealings going on, direct it to the table I sit at. Now let me play gloriously.
as I will play. And coax people into giving us information to get me to stop.
Okay, well, first give us a performance check. And if you are
Will
trying
do.
to be bad, go ahead and do it with disadvantage.
Nah, I
Okay.
know I'm beautiful with my bagpipes,
Okay.
so I will perform as such. That's a 17
Okay.
on my
And
on that
actually-
performance check.
Hold on. So there's some new rules with this because you're proficient in your instrument,
Yes, I am.
and you're proficient in the.
I'm not proficient in performance, no.
Okay, because I think those two together would give you advantage, I believe,
Oh,
on the new tools rules. Let me pull that up here real quick.
is that so? That is good to keep in mind, but I do not. I think the person who will really benefit from that is Chuck, since he has a person who.
There we go. If you have proficiency with a
reliant.
tool, and I think a musical instrument counts as a tool now, you can add your proficiency bonus to any ability check you make to use that tool. If you have proficiency in the skill that's used with the check, you get advantage.
That's cool.
All right, so did you
That's
have...
quite handy.
So then, you're proficient... Was your proficiency bonus in that performance total, or no? That was just your proficiency modifier, right?
So I am proficient in it, but I.
Or because
Oh!
performance
Well, I'm proficient.
is
I'm
charisma
proficient.
based, right?
Yeah, I'm proficient in
Now-
bagpipes.
Now you're
A
going
lot-
to add your proficiency modifier because you're proficient in bagpipes, so it'll be +2.
Oh, so I get a +2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
+1
So-
for the charisma modifier, +1 for the your proficiency modifier since you're proficient with that tool, the musical instrument.
yeah. So okay. So because I'm proficient in the bagpipes and I'm performing with the bagpipes, the check I make with it, regardless of what it is, gets my proficiency bonus to it.
Correct.
And then on top of that, it gets performance added to it because that's the check you called for with use of said bagpipes.
Correct.
So it's +2, -1, so just a +1. So really, I rolled an 18, or I rolled a 19.
Yeah, 19.
That
and
is
then-
that. I feel like they're trying to make that's more complicated than it should be. But yeah, then instead of a -1, it should have been a +1. So I rolled a 19 instead.
Right. And so generally how this is mainly going to work is on thieves tools. So a rogue will get on a sleight of hand check, we'll get the bonus of the sleight of hand check. We'll get the bonus on the thieves tools for proficiency modifier and get advantage if they're proficient in the sleight of hand.
But but with their expertise, what if they choose to get expertise in thieves tools and sleight of hand? It's going to get broken real fast. Something to keep in mind. Got it.
Playtest.
Think about this. It's double proficiency bonus at high levels. That's going to be a +12, +24, plus your dex. You're going to be getting what, a +30 on a check?
+36, yeah.
Not +36.
Huh. Interesting.
It would be it would be closer to +30 if you had a 22 dex.
I wonder if they'll have to change expertise then. So
Could you imagine how many unannounced rolls Chuck would do if he knew he had a +36?
It sounds like he'd do the exact same amount he already does.
all right, so you start performing with your bagpipes. It is loud, but not terrible. So no one's coming up to you and getting you to stop, but a lot of people have their ears covered. Some people are trying to shout over the playing as you
I
go.
made the announcement to talk to my table about information they might have to shut me up. So hopefully that rolls in some people at the table.
The first person to come up is Elsa as she brings the ales over and points to you and gives you the motion to come over. She says, I have information.
Not a question. I'm trying to picture the visuals here since I'm actually present. Do you have a real full set of bagpipes, or are they half-sized?
This is like
So,
the
I mean-
second small joke you made towards
You,
Milo
well, I mean,
in this session.
you got the bagpipe
You're close
strapped
to the
under your
ground.
arm,
Pick up my
or
ball
are you
bearings.
dragging it behind you? That's all I want to know. I'm trying
I'm
to
not
see
gonna.
what
I'm not
it
gonna.
looks like.
I'm not gonna humor your old ass.
You're
with
dragging
with
the
an answer to
bagpipes
that
behind
question.
you, aren't you? You hanging
Nope.
onto the strap, or do you got the pipes?
Is your kilt so low to the floor?
Elsa
that you're
looks
wearing
over and
a
is like,
dress?
do you people want information or not?
I've stopped. I'm still up there though. I'm giving a little respite as I take
Very
a
well.
sip of something for
Yes,
them to
we
talk.
would greatly appreciate some information if you have any for us.
There are a couple things that newcomers to the town need to know to be safe or to find some adventure, as that is what a lot of people come through here for, and you look to be of that type. First, Darren Edermath. He is the orchard keeper on the northwest side of town. He's a former adventurer, so if anyone has jobs that of the adventuring type, that would be something that I would recommend you speak to him about. And I will pull that up on your map there now. The other thing, and she looks over to the Trilena, who's the innkeeper's wife, and motions her over. And Trilena steps over, and you see this is a human female, little older in age, and in actual her 50s as well. Looks over and says, yes, what can I do for you, Elsa? Says, tell them what you were telling me earlier. She kind of, Are you sure? They're new in town. They're not going to tell the Red Brands. All right.
Old you do it.
There's rumors that the Red Brands committed a murder about 10 days ago. The local woodcarver, Theldendrar, he very nice man. He came in here and he's come here for a long time, and he's had a shop. But the Red Brands, they came by his shop apparently, and they leered at his wife, and they murdered him. His body is. We had a funeral and everything, and no one's doing anything about it. Several of the townsfolk saw it happen, and the Red Brands grabbed his body. We didn't have the body when we held the funeral, but there's no proof, there's no evidence that we can take to the townmaster, and he's not doing anything. And now we just heard that his wife and his daughter and his son, they're young. I think that the boy was only about 5 years old. They've gone missing too. We don't know what's going on, but it's getting bad. Someone needs to stand up to these Red Brands, and I don't know who it's going to be, but I recommend you steer clear of them. They're bad news. Don't tell anyone I told you that. I don't want to get on their bad side. And she kind of turns around and walks away.
Let's totally tell the Red Brands. I'm just kidding.
No, I don't trust the Red Brands. I think we should maybe not steer clear of them, but I definitely think that's a problem we're going to eventually have to take care of.
Milo
Yeah,
rejoins the party.
Did we get the information we needed?
Not quite yet. We haven't heard anything about Cragmaw Keep. We've got
Castle,
some
yeah.
information on some nasty activity from the street thugs, the Red Brands, that have been extorting the town for protection.
I heard something about a former adventurer. He might know the whereabouts of a castle or its ruins.
Except he's dead. Well, I guess not. But the woodcarver, it might be worth it to see his family and see if they have any
Exactly.
information about.
What
The
happened?
glories of my
Yeah.
music have brought the information we seek.
It
Yeah.
has.
Thank
You're
you, Milo.
welcome, you stubborn dwarf.
Here, now have an ale.
I spit in yours.
Well, if that's a little too big for you, we can bring a shot glass.
I then stir with my graveyard dirt
With your
covered
what?
fingers.
And as you're doing that, Elsa comes back and brings out these plates of these big turkey legs that are nicely roasted, have been turned, spit over a fire.
Hell yeah!
Some
My-
mashed potatoes and a nice bowl of soup. It says, hopefully this warms you up, and hope you stay on our good side.
How was my playing this time, friend?
You know,
Beautiful as always, I know. Thank you, lass.
I tip her a gold and tell her and shoo her away
She-
as I eat.
keeps her mouth closed and You see her pocketed in her apron, and she walks away. As you're
that's a
sitting
hell
there
of a
eating
tip.
your food,
I was about to say, like, are they used to gold here?
I wouldn't think so.
Well, it used to
It's-
be a prosperous town, like the
Yeah, like that's why I'm
Ranger
asking the
was
DM.
saying.
you give me
I would say-
give me an insight check.
Yeah, a wealthy man just paid us 10 gold apiece for saving his life. So gold's got a lot of value, I would think.
Do you say insight?
Yes.
Boy,
Ten.
it's still like $100 bill though, right?
You she wasn't overly excited, but she seemed to be thankful. But she didn't pick up much else.
Okay. Could my have passive kicked in at that point as well?
Look. How about looking around as you've been here and seeing how people are paying for things? You see most stuff is paid for in silver, and you see
Okay.
multiple things going. So gold's not completely uncommon, as silver's being bartered pretty well because you see private deals going on between tables, various rooms getting bought. So it's definitely on the upper end, but not crazy. You're not dealing with impoverished folk here.
Cool. Because I have like a 15 passive insight.
Now, just to clarify, with the events in the cave, those goblins were so on edge and such a hurry to get us out of there. I don't recall them actually collecting back their 600 silver or their 200 silver pieces.
No, I'm sure we just left it there.
Yeah, I didn't hear anybody say I go back and collect the silver pieces either.
No, we picked it up when we opened the chest, when we got the heels and the
Says who?
and the frog statue.
Yeah,
Someone
that
picked up
was
the
in
frog
there.
statue.
But we made an exchange, so they would have had to have seen us leave
Okay.
it there, right?
I was just checking.
I can tell you as the DM, if you had not paid them, they would have attacked you.
I
It
feel
was
like
only
we
3.
definitely picked up
Is
the.
Sildar drinking with us?
Yes.
We took the reason why we said it's okay is because we took the item of actual worth, which was the 40 gold piece statue.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Like if you think about it, they had 10 gold pieces worth of silver and I think maybe 10 silver pieces worth of copper.
Yeah, that's 600 copper pieces. I mean, you know.
Okay, yeah,
I want to ask
then
Sildar.
6 gold, but still.
Sildar, no offense, but you're a man with many titles. Was it only goblins that ambushed you?
It was the goblins and that creature. Unfortunately, we were not as vigilant as we should have been. I was in deep discussion with Gundren about our where we were going, what we might find, and they came from above and shot us with arrows and killed the horses. And before we knew it, I took a couple of them with me, but not enough before they were able to overwhelm me. What you saw there in that cave was maybe half half of what attacked us. The other half had headed off for that Cragmaw castle place.
Interesting. Thank you.
Thank you, friend.
You see him kind of go around and ask, and he talks to a few tables, comes back, and no one here has seen my friend the Yarno. But I did get a few more information on these red brands. Apparently they've been quite a thorn in the side of this town for several months. And it seems they're getting more and more bold. They operate, apparently, from the manor up on the hill on the east side of town. Apparently, there used to be the family there called the Tresendars, and it's called the Tresendar Manor. And it seems that most of their goings abouts happened from there.
You're talking about the one to the east of us there.
Yes, up on the hill.
Yeah, it looks to be a bit run down.
Yes, and no one's had the courage to go up and maybe see what's going on. So maybe there's something underneath. We don't know.
How many? How many of these red brands are there? Do you know?
I have not heard. There seems to be enough to cause a problem. I did not ask anyone about the numbers, but yeah, I didn't get that, but I did find something else out. It appears that there is one other tavern in town called the Sleeping Giant, and it is. I just pulled it up on the map for you guys. It is right near the way towards the Tresendar Manor east of here, and that seems to be the preferred tavern where the Red Brands get their ale.
Maybe we might go down there and have a drink with these fellas and see what they're all about.
I would recommend you rest up, and maybe that would be a mission for tomorrow night. My mission tomorrow is to head to the townmaster and find out what the hell is going on in this town.
Would you like us there with you when you go, or
Oh, that is
something
fine.
you want to do alone?
I can handle that alone. It actually brings me to something else. I've got my duties here, but I do also want to find out what happened to my friend Iarno. So, what I can offer you is, if you can find Iarno for me, I will give you 200 gold. If you can find out the fate of Iarno and where he is gone. He is short, dark-bearded human wizard in his 30s.
Do you have an idea of where he might be in town?
Last I saw was 2 months ago when he was dispatched to this town. Since then, no one has heard from him.
Wouldn't hurt to ask the Red Guards?
Red Brands?
We need to be careful with those people if there is.
Well, it seems if they're the power in town, they're going to have information, but whether or not that they share it's going to be a different story.
Maybe if we can make them see us as on the same level instead of superior, but as equals, they might be more willing to share with us.
What if we ask them to join them and infiltrate? No?
We can ask them what we want to say to their families once they have died gruesome deaths.
Yes, but what if there's 50 of them in that manor?
We all reach death, wizard. I'm just saying it might be nice to write it down.
I'm trying not to die recently or coming up anytime soon.
Well, you did a bad job of that in the cave.
I'm still here, aren't I?
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
I do think we must rest, though. We have leads for the morning.
I agree. A quick 6 or 8 more ales, and then we should probably get some sleep.
I'm getting some shut-eye now.
All right, so
deep.
you head to bed, and the new long rest rules. I think the only thing that changes is that you get all of your hit die back, not half.
Yep. I think that's pretty good.
Okay.
Wait, has it never? I thought that's how
it's always been half your hit die.
Oh, did we just
rounded
do
down.
it differently in our game?
Well,
No,
we've
we've
just
been
rolled
supposed to
them,
be
didn't
doing half.
we rarely get to the point where you guys get below half.
That's also true. Sometimes it'll be like 1 down, but it's like
Right.
it doesn't really matter at that point.
All right, so you all go to sleep for the night. Curtis, you all have your own rooms, courtesy of Sildar. So everyone is up to max hit points. Is all their hit dice come back? And that doesn't apply. No ability scores are reduced. Okay, cool. So day 2 arises. It is still raining outside as the storm continues on. Let me have... So 3 of you would have been on the first floor. Baldwin, Fenric, and Milo. Give me... What are you... Actually, no. What are your passive perception checks?
Passive
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 perception is 13.
Okay.
12.
Also a 13.
All right. Those of you that had the 13, actually, all 3 of you, at some point in the night thought you heard the sound of someone walking outside your window. And the 13s had enough to go check it out, the 12s, you would have just stayed in bed. But with the 13, you would have looked out the window, didn't see anything. But it's just kind of weird that you're not sure if someone was just... Maybe it was someone, one of the villagers that was drunk that hung out next to the side of the inn and was near your window and then took off and in the rain wouldn't have left a whole lot of made a whole lot of noise swishing through the grass or the mud, but you definitely heard that there was something or someone in the early morning hours, late night hours outside your window at night. But you all wake up in the morning to the smell of meats and fruits that are cooking, and Sildar is there. He's up first before all of you because he's an old guy, so he wakes up at 4 a.m. And has...
Oh, I would have woken up with him.
Oh, okay. Has plates and stuff ready.
I'm not gonna lie either. I would have been up, but I wouldn't join everybody. I'd go to the graveyard to coat myself in a fresh layer of graveyard dirt and say a prayer before heading back to the tavern.
All mud at this point.
He does not care.
Makes it easier. He could just roll.
He just kind of like rubs it into his face, so it's like you can see his skin, but you can definitely tell there's like a layer of grime there.
On your way to the graveyard, you see in the early morning hours there's a shrine on the edge of the graveyard, and you see there is a human female who is kind of sitting there and praying and shivering in the cold.
I go do my face rub, like my mud mask, as you will, and I will approach the woman.
All right. As you approach her, you see she is she's an elf. She's a very young elf who is sitting there, and you look and you see she's got like a black eye and these marks all along her neck, like these scrapes and things. And you see it's pretty fresh. Like you can see it's still red, and there's still some scabs that are going on. She looks at you and kind of a startled look. So you should have a bath.
No, it is good to have a fresh coat every morning, rain or shine. The real question is, are you okay, elf? You seem injured.
I am... You are a man of the cloth, yes?
I try to be, yes. You can tell me what ails you and I can try to help.
I despair. These red brands. They mock me, and they've destroyed the temple that was here in town, and all I have left to pray to is this shrine here in the graveyard. But these injuries you see of me, that's not from them. My superiors gave me a task that I've just failed, and I was scared and attacked by this banshee who I'm supposed to get answers about a spell book from, and I tried to talk to her, and she didn't like me and wouldn't give me the information and scared me away. And I've got to figure out if I go back and try to get the information I need, or do I go tell my superiors I've failed and they're going to reassign me somewhere else. I don't know what to do, so I'm praying.
It is good to find counsel in beings greater than ourselves. I do say, do not fret. Maybe reassignment won't be a bad thing considering the damage you have taken.
And I do like this post, other than the red brands if they ever get taken care of, but I want to see it through. And are you looking for work? I can offer you. I don't have any coin, but I'm a bit of an alchemist, and I've got some healing potions that I can offer as payment. I can give you 3 if you could help me with my quest.
I will mention it to the group I travel with. If you could also find out any information about a Cragmar castle and other events that we have in mind, I think we would most surely help you on your quest. But if you can, maiden, a moment, kneel down, and I shall bestow upon you the healing powers of my god.
As I reach out my hand.
She pauses a second. What, may I ask, what god it is you serve?
That's a good question. I don't even know, bro.
The god.
The god. Kevin Bacon.
I'm kidding. What universe is this in
This
D&D?
this is Sword Coast.
This is Sword Coast? Okay.
I was gonna say you should ask about if she's seen a wizard.
I worship the judge of the damned, the lord of the dead, Kalimvor.
Is that a neutral god?
One moment.
That's what I'm looking for. Neutral or evil?
Neutral or evil?
Damn, dude.
Lawful neutral.
Okay. She says, I worship, I'm a priestess of Timora, the goddess of luck and good fortune, and sometimes when that luck and good fortune runs out, we meet the deity that you serve. So
Yes.
she kneels down, I will accept your blessing.
Kalimvor is unbiased towards all beings that breathe air in our plane. But just because we worship him does not mean he is someone to be trifled with.
And I will cast Cure Wounds on her at first level.
Bro, we need that.
Do I look like an amateur to you? I'll heal her for 10.
Okay?
And
You see the marks and wounds on her face heal up, and she looks much better. She gets kind of this energy and vigor back to her as she looks up and... Thank you. I didn't catch your name.
I am Milo Silverspell. If you deem your quest to be fruitful and do wish our assistance, take your time at the altar, but come to the inn we stay at. The Bothans, the Stonehill Inn. You will find myself and my compatriots to hear your quest, and hopefully we can attain some sort of information from you. I bid you adieu. As I start to hobble off in my little rags.
Okay. All right, your muddy friend rejoins you at Stonehill Inn as you are all down there for breakfast. Oh.
Yeah, as I'm also going, I will cast upon myself. Crap! I just had the feature up. I will cast upon myself. Where is it? Harness Divine Power, and I will, as a bonus action, I will regain a first level spell slot.
All right.
And get that spell slot back from that. And then I'll meet up with everybody. See, Manny, I know what I'm doing. I got you.
The day is young.
I only have 3 spell slots.
Me too.
Alrighty. Comes back in
We're
the
gonna have to
morning.
make do.
Sildar stands up after eating, says, all right, men, I feel much better now. I shall head to the Townmaster's Hall. I bid you adieu. Should you need anything, you will find me there. And you see he's now dressed in commoner's clothes. He kind of got what he could from the room in the inn, but he has this air of authority about him. He definitely has that, that old man who works out every day kind of air and broad shoulders, and walks out and heads out and leaves you sitting at the table.
I met someone in the graveyard just now. They've offered resources and healing potions for our services and potential information if we help. Their task does not seem tiresome and could be done in due time if you were to hear her out.
Well, it seems
In my-
like healing potions could come in handy.
I believe she promised 3.
How easily could we do this?
Based off like the conversation, how easy did it, how taxing did it sound, Aaron?
So
Or DM.
the idea you got is you just have to convince a banshee to give information. So it does not sound, and looking at her, you do not think it was a combat quest, but you didn't see how far away the it is, so you don't know how long it would take to get there. But you did get the idea that it was a non-combat quest.
A
Now-
banshee.
I'll relay that to everybody.
It does seem we just need to talk to her. Maybe if I can promise her good fortunes and good grounds with my god, it might soothe things over for the restless spirit.
How does this help us with the other problems that we have around town?
The other problems just sound like issues of the town. This banshee might be able to give us information we could use, and she might be able to offer information as well. That of the castle location, Kragmaw, and other things. I just putting feelers out. The gods put people in our path that might be advantageous to us, so it's never good to bypass such gifts when they
Understandable.
seldom give them.
She said a banshee, right?
A banshee.
I'm not real familiar. Isn't that the last that screams?
It is a restless spirit, yes. But if we mean her no harm, she might not mean us any either. All I'm saying is that we should hear her out. It seems we could use whatever knowledge and supplies she may have.
Did she say where and when we could find this banshee?
Banshees don't have anywhere to go other than the places they haunt.
Exactly.
It's just a matter of time before she gets here. If she gets here.
So we could check at the graveyard, you suppose? At night?
She did mention a place. She has not mentioned a location, but it should be nearby. All I'm saying, if she comes, she might approach us when she comes into the inn. That is all. Yes. I healed her in the graveyard. She seemed to be battered and beaten.
So then should we focus our efforts today in getting information from the Red Brands?
That could be.
Or
I say let us hear her out and then go from there. But the Red Brands definitely will have information we seek. We could potentially do both. For who drinks at 6 a.m?
As I grab a pint of like mead and start chugging.
Delinquents.
And at that, the young elf
Vagabonds.
priestess comes into the
Drunkards.
tavern, and kind of gives you an eye, Milo. She comes over and, have you had a chance to discuss with your friends?
I have told them of your coming, but I think the more particulars about this adventure should come from thine own lips.
It's what I need is, and she reaches in her pocket, and she pulls out this very nice jeweled silver comb. Says, I was supposed to bring this as a gift to the Banshee, to persuade it to tell me about the location of a spell book belonging to a legendary mage named Bowgentle. I didn't get far enough to even present the gift, and before provoking the creature's rage as it chased me from its lair. So I think someone else is going to have to go, and if you appease the creature, it should help, as this comb is supposed to have been owned by the creature in life, and is supposed to, banshees are supposed to be attached to things like this. But that is your inn, and that is the question that I need asked should you go. The creature's lair is near Coneyberry, which is about a 2 days walk from here.
Oh, that's far.
So if you guys look at your Sword Coast map, you can see the town of Coneyberry, which is to the northeast along the Tribor Trail.
That's we might have to get horses for that.
Well, perhaps we could go to the town hall and see about Sildar getting us some. He said he could get us some
Agreed.
horses, didn't he?
I believe so.
I'd be very grateful. I've got 3 potions of healing I can give you, and this item is very precious, and if I give it to you, I need you to do this. If you don't think you're going to do it, let me know now, and I will find somebody else.
If we do it in the time it takes us to travel to Coneyberry and back, can you investigate for us onto some things we are looking into in the town as well?
I can do my best. What is it you are looking for?
I'll look to the others to fill her in.
Well, we need to find the mage. Mid-30s.
Anyone in particular?
Kind of short. What was his name again?
DM to you, it was Iarno.
Yorno. That's it. His name was Yorno. He's about yay tall, kind of short for a human. Had dark hair.
Couple weeks ago.
About this guy's age, and he was a mage, so I imagine he was wearing a dress.
All right, Iarno, and you remember it was Iarno Albrecht.
Yorno Almec. That's it. Well, he was supposed to come through here a couple months back.
Okay, I will see what I can find out.
And
Anything
then
else?
also, along the other thing, if you could, while you're here, see if you could get a fairly accurate count on the number of red brands that are patrolling the town and bothering the townspeople. We may need to have a discussion with them fellas, and it would be nice to know how many they've got holed up in that old manor up there.
That would be nice.
I will do my best. If you are thinking of looking at them, there's a talk. One of my acolytes came by and said that her son was playing in the woods behind the manor and found a secret tunnel. So that was Quellen Alderleaf's son. So if you go visit the Alderleaf farm, he might be able to lead you into maybe some kind of back entrance to that place.
Was whose son again?
Quellen Alderleaf's.
Okay,
they're at the Alderleaf farm.
I'm sure the cleric's writing all that stuff down. He keeps wonderful notes.
This is my notes, you balding dwarven bitch.
I'm committing it all to memory.
Exactly.
Once we're done, I'll pull up that quest tracker mod we have, and I'll throw everything in there for you.
So what do you say? Shall we help this maiden's quest in exchange for some information we may seek?
I think we can help each other out. I mean, it would be a good idea if we could find some ponies to speed it up a little bit. I don't fancy the idea of spending 4 days walking down a dusty trail.
Does she seem like a trustworthy individual?
Give me an insight check.
I'll help him with that. I'll assist with my
How are you assisting him do an insight check?
By kind of like doing the same, getting a feel for like how she represents herself, if she does come off as trustworthy, and then kind of corroborating with him on like how we feel about her.
Okay.
Should I roll again?
For
advantage? Or
sure.
How does it work?
Yeah.
Okay. I will give you that answer once she leaves, unless since you two have to corroborate about it. Unless you want to talk about her in front of her.
Nah, we'll wait
that
till
might
she
not
leaves.
be wise. Yeah,
Okay.
that might not be-
I'll take the comb.
Thank you. Where can we meet you back in? Insert town name here, Phandlever, when we return.
She gives you directions to her home, which is just on the other side of the square, which I just put on the map for you.
Sister Garael. Garael, thank you.
And she puts up her cloak and heads out into the rain. And as she leaves, you two discuss your interactions with her. And on an 18 and 21, she seems part scared and part desperate. You don't detect any malice or ill will out of her.
Okay.
I do also mention that she seemed to be. She doesn't want to get transferred from this post, so she really does want to get this done.
All right.
And her exchange of alchemical supplies is very forthcoming to be like, okay, maybe this person might have something to offer.
Yeah, I'm just curious as to where she got those.
Oh yeah. Oh, the healing potions.
Yeah.
Oh, alchemist, she made them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that part Milo filled you guys in on, but
I would wonder how
didn't
good
actually
she
tell.
is with making them, though. I mean, if she had her own healing potions, but you had to provide her with healing.
I merely
I think he
offered
did that. Yeah.
my wares as a man of the cloth would do. I do not expect a tinkerer and toiler of metal and oil to understand the ways of my order.
After that fight went yesterday in the cave, I think any sort of healing would be most useful to us. I'm not talking shit to you.
Like, no, my greasy mud finger's getting close to like, "Ugh, get away from me." He's a creepy little halfling. He doesn't mean to be.
All right, what do you guys want to do now?
Town Master's Hall, see if we can meet up with Sindar, say we have a lead, or we have someone whom to invest Sildar, to see if we can get some horses to go to Coneyberry, and that we are following a lead and having someone work for us to uncover the mage's whereabouts as we fulfill something for them.
Okay. So you head out into the rain and you cross the small little open area and head over to Town Master's Hall. It's only 2 buildings away. As you step out into the rain here, you see the building. You see it has these big sturdy stone walls, this pitched wooden roof, and a bell tower at the back. And as you approach the building, you see there's this board right kind of standing a few steps away from the front door. And you see there's a notice in common that reads, "Reward, orcs near Wyvern Tor. Those of a mind to face the orc menace should inquire within." And the notice bears the town's seal and some indecipherable signature. And as you're walking by that and reading that, suddenly the front doors of the hall burst open, and you see this fat human in his 60s get out and just, "I never." And he kind of pushes his way past you as he kind of walks through the rain, and he's trying to get his cloak out, and he's fumbling with it. And inside you hear like tables scraping and chairs being pushed to the side.
As this man comes out, can I like unintentionally trip him in the mud?
Give me a I guess that'd be sleight of hand.
Okay.
Or
Sleight of
or
foot.
acrobatics. I'll let you choose between one of those.
Sleight of hand or acrobatics? It's the same for both.
Okay.
Let's do sleight of hand. Natural 20.
Nice.
You tell me what
21.
you tell me what this looks like.
Basically, as this man
Excuse
starts
me.
barging through us, Milo's like, "Oh," and he just like kind of like sticks
Yeah.
his leg out
He
and just
didn't see the
perfectly
halfling and stumbled over him.
perfectly catches his ankle as the guy goes tumbling and goes face plants into a cow pie and some mud right in the middle of the square.
And you see
Not
him
even
like
knowing
a
he tripped
beached
over me.
whale. He's like trying to roll over and get up and looks around and just throws his cloak down and just storms off.
Why did you do that? I'm gonna
Actually,
whisper to you.
As
so he
I
doesn't hear us.
as I tripped him and I see him trying to get up in the beached whale format, I'm gonna try to help him up.
Okay.
What a dick.
Sir, are you okay? May I help?
He grabs and his like hand slides off the mud that's already caked on you, and you have a little trouble getting him up, and he gets to his knees. And,
I do help him up.
Tell me, friend, why are you leaving in such a hurry?
Just don't worry about it. I never wanted this job anyway.
Okay, friend. May Kalimvor's blessing go with you.
And in the middle of your talk, he turns his back and storms off. And inside, you can hear a familiar voice of Sildar saying, "No, you over here! This is unacceptable!" And you just hear this yelling coming from inside town hall.
As Radgar whispers to me why I do that, I just go,
Why not?
as I walk inside.
All right, you walk inside and you see there's several clerks, maybe about 3 or 4 of them, a couple town civilians that are sitting there, and all of them are kind of standing and watching as you see Sildar behind this desk with papers in his hands, yelling. And as you come in, he's these people that have taken over this town have no business. Perfect timing. Come on in, Milo, friends, Balwin, Radgar, come. We have cleaning up to do.
What type of cleaning?
This town. Now, it seems there's several problems with this town, and this may be the problem why I have not seen Iarno, or why Iarno didn't even take care of any of this. But here's the problem. Biggest problem are these red brands. There's a group of thugs that are going around extorting money from people, and apparently they've just killed someone. And that man, Harbin Wester, the fat, pompous old fool that just walked out of here, he is the one who allowed this to happen. I am here as a member of the Lord's Alliance, and we're going to establish law and order in this town. Now, I don't have a guard. So, you, and he points to one of the villagers, get a horse, I'm going to send a letter, and I need you to take it to Neverwinter right away. We're going to get professional guard force here in this town to clean it up. It's going to take a while. So until that time, friends, see him think for a moment. I need this town cleaned up, but I need Iarno found first, and there's some other issues. Let me tell you what else we have going on, and I'll let you decide what you want to help with. Now, the orc. Yes, let's start with the orc problem. You guys have seen the sign posted out there. Out of Wyvern Tor, there's orcs that are harassing the trail. Seems the guards, these red brands, haven't even been able to take care of that simple problem. 100 gold to any group that can take care of those orcs and get them to stop raiding along the trail. Next.
Which trail? Sorry, which trail are they upon?
They would
The
be...
Tribor Trail, correct?
I thought it was a different one.
That's what I'm asking. I don't know.
East. Yes, east on the Triborn Trail.
Oh.
That is on the way to Coneyberry.
Yes, between here and Coneyberry.
Good to know.
We could hit it on our way back from Coneyberry.
Or on the way if they ambush
Or on
us,
the
but
way,
yes, I agree. But please, continue with what you have to say.
Next, we need to find this rumor of this Cragmaw Castle. It seems many of the issues that have come, the goblins, the orcs, possibly even these red brands. I haven't quite made that connection, but there's too many coincidences to say that these are all individual. But wherever this Cragmaw Castle is the center of our problems. Now, I will give you 500 gold from my personal stash if you can locate Cragmaw Castle and defeat or drive off this black spider or whatever it is that is leading it. All reports say that it's coming from the Tribor Trail, so when you're taking care of the orcs, keep an eye out for this castle. It may be in the same direction. And then finally, I need to find out where the hell Iarno went. So my 200 gold to you still stands for finding him and figuring out Iarno's fate. Until then, I've got my message. We'll go into Neverwinter. It's going to take over a week in order to get some guards here. So hopefully you can stay off these red brands issue, or if you want to take them on, we can deal with that as well. But that is my next point of business.
That is... It seems our paths are fortuitous once again. We are helping someone of the town, a sister... Erin... Oh, wow, I forgot her name already.
No, it's
Gariel.
Gariel.
Yes, Sister
yeah.
Gariel. in a mission she has in Coneyberry, along the path the orcs are attacking on. We were coming to beseech you on some horses to take us there post-haste and have us leave the town for a few days, and to deal with both the orcs and this maiden's quest. While we leave, she is actually looking into the disappearance of our mage friend, as well as getting a head count of the Red Brand thugs within. So it seems we have been working towards the same goals. Does this appease you?
He takes a moment, takes out a piece of parchment and starts writing. Takes this stamp, puts it in this wax that's kind of melted under a candle, stamps it on there. This is a requisition for, we'll say, our male is just hanging out in the back for 5 horses for your group. Says, take this to Barthen's Provisions. This will be on the dime of the town to give you those horses.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Thank
friend.
you.
I was about to say, tell Mael where we are going in case he wants to run and catch up.
He
He's a
just
nimble one.
appeared for breakfast in the morning and says
Cool.
he did not catch the bugbear.
And here we thought he was so fast. Bummer.
He starts following.
Says, all right, I have work to do. Please do your work with haste, and we can bring some law and order to this town. And
Next we meet will be with orc blood stained upon our vestments.
very good. I will find someone that knows prestidigitation for you.
No, I must stay dirty.
As I leave.
Ah.
All right, you head back out into town, out into the town square. What would you like to do now?
Well, did he say where we can get those horses from? I think.
So
regardless of where we go,
Barthen's
we should get
Provisions.
those.
That
Oh, where we dropped off the supplies.
yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we should also buy supplies for our travels. I think another healing kit would do.
I agree. Definitely.
Yes.
Okay. So you go to Barthen's Provisions, and you've talked to Barthen before, and you see he's sitting there and welcomes you in. You're looking for a healer's kit?
Yes.
And a potion if they have one.
We might have to visit Sister Gariel's.
Okay.
Yeah. She's
Like-
the alchemist.
I keep saying Garely because the first time I ran this campaign, that's how that guy said it. The whole
Garely.
time. Yeah. He was this British dude. I don't think he read it right.
All right, healer's kit. Let's see. D&D.
Hear us,
Oh, okay.
you know.
So the healer's kit you can find for 5 gold.
Awesome. How many do they only have the one?
Roll a d4. He's got 3.
3. I'll buy all 3.
Okay. Potion of healing. Where?
And a good thing about these is they have 10 charges, so I just
Oh,
bought
that's
30
awesome.
Exactly. I just bought 30 charges.
So you can find Sister Garalee as you go, Garael, as you go out. And so she's got the 3 she offered you. She said she doesn't have any more, but she can sell them to you for 50 gold a piece.
I will use my 50 gold to buy one.
Okay. She says, I will work on making another upon your return for our original agreement.
Oh, thank you. We much appreciate that.
All right, anything else you want to get? And
Mm.
Barthen goes
Baldwin.
back and comes back and says, "Well, I've got 4 excellent horses and a mule."
The mule would be well for, I'd say, Milo or Ballin.
What are you trying to say?
Milo will gladly take the mule.
Okay, so you get he hands you 4 horses and a mule, and this is my entire stock of livestock. So
What
please,
is going on?
please, bring them back in good shape.
The
I've-
attribute, you know, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's-
that error that keeps popping up.
It's a cleric thing.
You're
Yeah, I
getting
don't
it
know.
too? Okay.
I think it's from my character sheet for some reason.
I'm like, I'm not a cleric. Stop telling me this.
Yeah.
I hit thing and it go away.
All right. So, are you guys then going to grab your horses and head off in the direction of Coneyberry while taking care of some
And,
of that other stuff?
Yeah, in the orc area. Yep.
Yep. Okay. And
I've got an idea.
So we're gonna stop at some point in here, but if you want to tell your idea before we stop for the session, what do you want to?
Oh, it's just for when we deal with the orcs. I think I'm gonna try to convince them of something, and perhaps maybe we could solve our problem.
Alrighty. So we will pick up from here, which there's some cool random tables for traveling and camping that are in this that we'll do. So
Cool.
that will be
So
the. Go ahead.
So we're on our way to Coneyberry basically, and
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
to run into the orcs if we do, or to get them on the way back.
correct.
Cool. Okay. Nice.
All right. And we'll pick that up once we get our UA for October, right? Yeah.
Woo!
Which should be
Which will
coming out
actually
any day now.
affect our characters here.
Have they
'Cause it's
announced what it's going to be?
Oh yeah, in the videos they were announcing, they
The
said it's going to be the
warrior.
warrior classes, so monk, barbarian, and fighter.
Sweet.
Nothing for me.
The mages will come next, I think. The mages are us, boy. Actually, the
Did they say-
mages. Oh no, it's not the mages. I'm not the mages. You're
Were
the
they
mages.
going to put the
I'm-
artificer in with the fighters? Because they were saying that was an expert class, right?
Artificer
Yeah, but that
was supposed
would
to
have
be
been in
expert, yeah.
this. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think they're going to do
artificer.
artificer. They did in the videos. They said they were gonna do the artificer later, but they want to try. They're trying to focus on the core classes right now,
Okay.
since artificer was added later
Yeah.
on, like more recently and stuff. But it is part of the expert class. They're just for playtest doing the core 12.
That makes sense. Cool.
Yeah, but
right.
they talked about the ease of adding classes, new classes into D&D, as if One D&D is actually going to have new classes and not
Oh,
just
man.
subclasses added.
That is what I missed from 4th edition. Like, I loved my sword mage that I played in 4th edition. It was
I
so
keep
fun.
seeing like shamans everywhere and stuff, and I think a shaman would be really cool
Hmm.
to add, because I think like World of Warcraft shaman, and that would be sick.
Nice. All right, well, I'm
That's
going to
one
go
of my
ahead and end
favorite
our
support
stream
classes.
here. So,
Woo!
anybody watching, thanks for
I tripped
watching.
a fat man into the mud.
I know my daughter watches these once I post them on YouTube. So,
Aww.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh
We'll
no,
keep
we
this
swear
family
so
friendly
much.
next
yeah,
time,
she's
Milo.
used to you guys.
He's not family friendly anymore.
That's right. All right, thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.